Hi guys, and welcome back to Crypto Chester. I'm here today to give you a cryptocurrency show, and we're going to be breaking down the Bitcoin charts for a bit of Bitcoin breakdown. Then we're going to be going through to altcoin assessment, where we're going to be breaking down some altcoins together, going to a shitcoin showdown, where we go over to DEX tools and break down the trending meme coins, the meta on the really super low cap coins at the moment, where we could potentially make 3, 5 to 10x on investments there. And then once we're done with that, we're going to be going through to a bit of TA Q&A, where basically you guys can ask some questions in the chat, and I can give you some advice on trading, not trading advice, but purely TA educational. And then also we're going to be doing a trading tip of the day as well, where basically I give you a bit of trading advice for you to take away. But yeah, that's how the show is going to be running today. And we are going to be streaming this every single, well, not every single day now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, noon, UTC +7. So if you want to put that in your calendar, put the alerts on, notifications on, you know the score. You're never going to miss when we are live here doing these lovely cryptocurrency updates. So without further ado, let's get straight into a bit of Bitcoin to start off the stream today. So we are going to be starting off here on Bitcoin hour, guys, because Bitcoin is obviously Bitcoin is going to be moving in a certain direction, and we can predict that direction. It's going to help us when we're trading our altcoins as well, of course, right? Obviously, Bitcoin dominance is a massive factor in the cryptocurrency space on a daily basis while we are trading here, okay? So currently, Bitcoin is trading at $66,405. We have seen a little bit of micro uptrend after we have set this low in around 65,000, and I will go into some really serious points that we need to be looking out for here on the macro timeframes here for Bitcoin, as to why I think we're probably due a bit of bullish momentum coming through from here, which is quite interesting. But one thing that I do want to talk about just off the bat here, guys, is going to be on the relative strength index. You can see we have actually printed a bearish divergence, okay? And for you newer traders out there that don't know what a bearish divergence actually is, it's essentially where you make a high in terms of the buying pressure, and you make a high on the chart, and then the next sort of move to the upside, the buying pressure doesn't take out the high that you previously set, but it does on the chart, okay? And that essentially means potentially a reversal in the trend, okay? And what we are seeing now, just looking at this from sort of a micro time frame here, obviously on the hourly, you can see we have seen a bit of a micro uptrend. Nothing crazy, guys. Obviously, the last sort of 3-4 days here, we have seen a bit of a micro uptrend, which has been around this sort of area, because the last sort of couple of weeks here have been pretty bloody. Okay, it's been pretty bloody for Bitcoin and crypto in general. I'm sure you guys are looking at your portfolios like, what is happening right now? We're bleeding out. But yeah, it's not the end of the world, guys. We are still in a macro bull market here, and it's natural to have these pullbacks here, and we will go through this on the macro time frame very shortly. Hopefully I am streaming everywhere. I have tried to stream everywhere today, and hopefully it is working. I don't know if I have the chat available, which is slightly concerning, but we will work on it. It's more of a test stream today to see how we can get this going, and basically reach a broader audience and show people cryptocurrency just more in general, and help people sort of. So back to TA for a second, just on that bearish divergence point there, guys, we are looking for a bit of downwards momentum there. If we bring up the volume weighted average true range indicator here, very important stuff, guys. You can see the support that we actually get on this is very strong, okay? When we bounce along this area, it can be a really solid reversal point. So what are we looking for right now in terms of the live price on the short-term time frame? For today for Bitcoin, it is going to be this 15-minute volume weighted ATR band, okay? The 15-minute volume weighted ATR band, and that's currently in, I mean, it's in a sideways position right now. Not progressionary, not digressionary, in a sideways sort of position, which is slightly concerning if we are looking for a move to the upside, because if we are traveling sideways here on this indicator, technically it does mean that the resistance can be stronger, okay? Just as if we were traveling in a digressionary sort of stance as well, resistance can be stronger from this zone. So that is sort of what we're looking for here. If Bitcoin does spike up here to around 67.1, that sort of area, we've got the 15-minute volume weighted ATR band to hold us back, unfortunately. And also, if we are looking at just pretty obvious areas of support and resistance here, guys, you can see we do have a pretty strong area of resistance at around 67.165, and you can see there is support there as well. So if we can clear this and be bullish, okay, because if we're looking at the momentum from this level of support, it actually can be quite strong, okay? Nothing too crazy. You've got 0.5 there. This sort of range of 0.5, we could probably make a little trade in that area there for a sort of a sideways play. And then when you do see a breakout, you can see the momentum there is pretty strong there. So that's just one thing that I want to be concerned about there for a potential resistance point here today here for the hourly here for Bitcoin. Let's bring up some other indicators, some MAs, see what we're looking at there overall. So MAs just in general, guys, if you're new to trading, it's moving averages there. And what we are looking at here is the 200 EMA and the 200 SMA is coming down in a digressionary stance on the hourly, quite steep, quite sharp here. So that is another form of resistance. You can see when we do come up, even aggressively testing this to the upside, we're likely to see some resistance to the downside there. So essentially what this means, guys, if we're just plotting together everything that we're looking at here, okay, so remember this horizontal coming through like so, we've got resistance coming through from here, very, very strong at times, okay, and also we've got that volume weighted ATR band coming down as well. As you can see, it's all lining up. The stars are aligning here for a potential short position here. And as you can see, 200 EMA, 200 SMA coming down as well. So that's sort of the entry point here that we could be looking for is going to be around this area, okay? And this is going to be a short position, shorting Bitcoin or potentially shorting some altcoins if some altcoins are looking favorable. We will go into the altcoin assessment for the day just after our Bitcoin breakdown, but on the micro time frame so far, guys, that's the area that we're looking for. That's going to be a point to potentially get in a short position or use it as a piece of data here for us to basically trade up some altcoins as well, because we know sometimes some moves on altcoins can be more profitable than trading Bitcoin, unless you're obviously a dirty degen leverage junkie and you're 100xing your investment and stuff, 100xing your position, your equity, right? So yeah, a couple of things to be looking out for there. Now, that is obviously a very key point to be looking out for there, guys. If we see the micro continue, there is a potential short position here. Nothing too crazy. I probably would be going for maybe 1%. You can see between the MAs here, 200 EMA, and then obviously you've got the 21, the 55, and the 7 SMA in a colluded point. Okay, and what I mean by that, guys, is they are they're stuck together right now, okay? They're not far apart. There's no distance there. We usually see a big breakout in the price, okay? So as you can see here, compressed moving averages, massive breakdown in the price, okay? Interesting stuff. So this is sort of what we need to be looking out for here. Again, let me just get this in visual view for you guys. Compressed moving averages like here, and then a massive breakout in the price. So at the moment, seeing these moving averages compress in this area does give us sort of an inclination that there is going to be a potential breakout in the price that we can be looking out for here. That's enough of the micro timeframes here for Bitcoin. Going to be jumping into the macro timeframes here now, guys. So we're going to be looking at the 4-hour because there is a very, very strong looking at on the midterm time frame. Okay, once we're done with the midterm, guys, we're going to be jumping through to the macro, and this is where there's some really, really big data. I know if you're a new trader, you're probably looking at this chart like, oh my God, I can't, just can't, I can't read anything here. I will go into depth. I will explain everything here, guys, as to why we are still in a very super bullish market here. But let me just do the macro, and then we will get on. So let me do the midterm, and then we'll get onto the real macro, the juicy stuff here for Bitcoin. So in terms of the support levels, guys, in terms of this very, very obvious level of support here, you can see that we are trading above this area for quite a while, and the area that I'm referring to is just around this 65,997, so around $66,000 $1,000. And you can see momentum from this zone is really goddamn strong, okay? Really, really strong in terms of support. So what does this tell us? It tells us that we're actually on the bullish side of this chart pan right now, okay? We're on the bullish side of this chart pan, which is a good sign, okay? It's a good sign. Yes, I said on the micro time frame we do have a bearish divergence scenario, okay? But that could be a micro move. The micro move could be down to 66,000, could be down to like 65.4, these sorts of areas, and that would just be essentially a test of this as a horizontal rather than continuation of the trend, essentially, okay? So right now, we need to be looking at potentially the momentum from this level of support, okay? So the momentum from the support actually flows really, really strong. So you can see we've got 9% there in terms of a move to the upside. The next test that we did see on this horizontal, you can see, was around a 6% move to the upside. And from there, we actually saw a breakdown. And then recently, we have seen a move to the upside of around 1.5%, okay? So nothing too crazy, but we are still bullish, sort of on the midterm time frame here, if we're actually above this zone, okay? So that's definitely something I did want to touch on there for you guys. And volume weighted ATR band on the hourly, you can see we have tested this and broke it to the upside multiple times here. And now this is actually in a digressionary stance, guys. Digressionary stance for the volume weighted ATR band is technically a bullish thing. It basically means that there is a higher chance for a nice bounce. And as you can see here, we entered the digressionary stance. We reclaimed it here, and obviously really, really nice bounces to the upside. So that's definitely something we need to be looking out for there. If we do see sort of Bitcoin take a bit of a tumble here to around 65.3, potentially testing this low. If that does happen, then we can be actually potentially looking for a nice cheeky long on our position there. Overall, it's not looking too bad. I mean, it is pretty boring, these markets right now, guys. It's pretty boring. We've not really done that much over the weekend. It's been good in terms of a bit of a progression to the upside. Just checking on the chat there quickly. We've got Hamilton Gilpin Crypto coming through saying check. He's he's checking all the streams are coming through everywhere. And we've got, I see Harsh as well. Nice to see on the stream there, Harsh. And hopefully it's not lagging. Hopefully everything's working. But yeah, enough about that. Let's get straight into the quantum insight indicator here, guys, because you can see on the 4 hour we've got the stochastic pretty high. Okay, the stochastic is pretty high, and this usually means when we see the stochastic at these sorts of levels here, we're likely to see a pullback here in the price. Okay, I see a lumberjack coming through as well. Nice to see you on the stream there, my good sir. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and to everyone else who's watching as well, hope you're having a good time. Let's talk about this AI signal on the top side. Okay, guys, so when we have an AI arrow on the top side with the stochastic in a bearish sort of stance to the downside as well, we do likely see a bit of a move to the downside. Okay, right now is a really crucial point because we have got momentum pretty much sat at the central point. So what I would really be looking out for here, instead of just blindly going short here on Bitcoin, I would ideally like to see a bit more bullish momentum coming up, just referencing the short-term time frame again, bit more bullish momentum coming up to this level. When this does happen, the midterm here on the quantum insight indicator will essentially mean stochastic will recover over a few hours. It will recover here if we do see bullish momentum to the upside. We will see momentum coming up as well, and then what we will have is a momentum divergence as well as all these confluences as well as everything else that we've got coming through for the short-term time frame, the micro here for Bitcoin. So it is looking even more favorable for a potential short from around 67.165, that sort of area. And guys, if you're new to the stream, we're streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, cross-platform now. We're really branching it out. So yeah, set your alarms, put it in your calendar, notifications on, all that good stuff, and you're never going to miss the stream here. And it's at noon my time, which is UTC +7. All that good stuff. Let's jump to the real juicy stuff, the real macro here for Bitcoin before we get into some altcoin requests. Got to have the tea. Got to have a bit of the tea. And guys, if you are new as well, like the stream does help out tremendously, whatever platform you are watching it on. So let me let's break this down. Okay, let's break this down because I know it's pretty messy for you new traders out there. And the first thing I want to be talking about here is the bull market barrier. Okay, the bull market barrier is essentially an indicator here, as you can see, very nice. It basically determines whether we're in a bull market or whether we're in a bear market. And you can see the level of support that we do actually form on this. It's very, very strong. Okay, it's very, very strong and very, very good. So let's just flash back in history quickly to previous bull markets here. And you can see when we are above it, we're trending really, really quite aggressively. And you can see that test just there. Let me just zoom in a little bit more for you, you vertical viewers out there. You can see the bounce from this point is very, very, very strong. 49,000, all that's around 58, okay? So the bounce in terms of level of support on this indicator is very, very, very good. Again, the resistance, same scenario here, is also very, very good. Now, why am I talking about this now, guys? This is why. Because we're sat directly on this little bad boy right now. On the weekly chart, we've tested this last week, okay? And we haven't seen that much bullish momentum to the upside from this point, okay? So if we're talking momentum here, you can see, I'm just going to for Bitcoin, and this move here is from the bottom to the high here around 31%. So we can potentially be looking at 15% move here to the upside on the MACD pattern as well, guys, because obviously since the bear market low down at around 15,400, we have seen a nice progressive trend to the upside here for Bitcoin, obviously smashing all-time highs, looking really, really good there. But one thing that I do want to talk about here is the average pullback throughout this current cycle. Very important stuff here, guys. The average pullback throughout this current cycle. Okay, so 22% there, 20% there, 21% there. And as you can see, we're coming up, we're breaking highs, we're pulling back, and then we're breaking highs again. And that is confirming these initial pullbacks. And yes, staying inside of this chart pattern as well. 21%. Let's measure where we currently are in terms of the pullback. Okay, from the all-time high to where we are now. 23%, okay? So we're looking at sort of an average here of around 21% here is the average pullback that we have seen throughout this cycle. We have already hit that, okay? We've already hit that pullback, and we haven't broke all-time highs yet happen. And also, if we are talking market structure, guys, you can see higher low there. Obviously, we've got the bear market lower low. We've got the higher low confirmed here at around 19.5. Another higher low, 24.7, 38.6, and the unconfirmed higher low in terms of respecting this bullish market structure right now for this current cycle is actually around 56.6, okay? Still not confirmed, right? So I just want to be strict with this, guys, and show you guys here, because even if we actually pull back down to 38.8 here, I know very unlikely with all the ETFs and stuff, it's very, very unlikely that this does happen. But if we do see Bitcoin pull down to 39, 38, even $40,000 here, it's still going to be in a bullish stance, guys. It's still going to be in a bull market. Okay, so please just be prepared. If we do lose very specific certain levels here, we're still going to be in a bullish market structure. But what I'm saying is it could potentially free fall, okay? And this does bring me on to this very obvious trend line here that we've got obviously coming up here. Let me just get this to the vertical, guys. You can see coming up here like so, resistance point, and then if we just zoom in here, you can see we had that resistance and then we had that break. Now the test that we have had on this, as you can see, is here, here, and currently here. So this does imply that we are looking for bullish momentum. But if we do see weekly, daily candle body closes below 64.9, 64.8, then put your seatbelts on, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. It's probably going to come down to 56.6, nothing too crazy, but it will mean that we will be back inside of this chart pattern, and unfortunately that means we will have to break through levels of resistance yet again. So if we do lose this level, we do see candle body closes below around 65 there. We do see that sort of coming into fruition, then it's likely that we are going to see a bit more sideways momentum here for Bitcoin. Okay, that's pretty much Bitcoin done, guys. Let's break it down. Let's break it down from a from an altcoin perspective, okay? Let's get this going. Let me see if I can get the right sort of things. Like so. Altcoin assessment, let's go. Okay, so in this part of the stream, guys, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be breaking down some altcoins together and essentially looking for some potential positions that we can be executing. There's actually a trade I got into yesterday, really clean breakout here on Jasmy. Super, super nice. I had my my initial goal was for this massive move. You can see a massive measure move to the upside here, breaking out of this falling parallel channel. Was super, super nice there. I didn't go for the full thing. I actually closed my position out early because Bitcoin didn't look too strong, and I was already up a pretty chunky amount. It was around 4% there from the entry point. Overall, though, lovely, lovely one-to-one position there. And yeah, obviously, completely came all the way in. I got out early. Is what it is. Profit is profit. It's a win at the end of the day, right? So it's all good. But yeah, let's break down some altcoins together. Let's get rid of that. I'm gonna leave that TA on there actually. What altcoins should we do today? I do want to go to crypto bubbles quickly. I don't know how that's gonna look here on the charts. So you can see Brett is obviously doing very well today at around 14% there. Jasmy's up at around 11% as well. Let me bring that up for you guys. Good stuff. Getting rid of stuff. And yeah, you've got Whiff, you've got Core, you've got Dot, you've got Maker. What should we do today? Should we do a bit of Casper, actually? Yeah, I haven't looked at Casper in a minute. So let's have a look at Casper together and break that down and see what we can come up with. See if there's any sort of position that we can look out for there. So we're going to be doing this on the macro time frame, guys, because, God, it's lagging a little bit today. Lagging a little bit. Not good. I think it's because we're streaming across platform and stuff. But yeah, guys, if you are new to the stream, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon, we'll be breaking it down. Okay, so let's jump to the macro time frame here for Casper. Really gonna have to get an internet booster here because this is I think it's because we're streaming cross-platform, guys. It's definitely gonna be slowing everything down a bit, which is a bit annoying. Maybe I'll have to stream to like 2 or 3 places instead of 5 or 6, right? Okay, let's see what we're working with here. Just going to delete this TA and just go for really sort of break this down together. Just giant bird flew past the window. Yeah, let's do this, right? Which is very prominent here. What's going on there? Which is very prominent to the upside here, guys. And we are actually, unfortunately, below that, okay? We're below that in terms of a level of support right now. Just going to edge that up ever so slightly. Yeah, you can see there. You can see the levels of support that we have seen from this zone. Very, very, very strong. Momentum is there. It's very bullish overall when we are above this, guys. But unfortunately, right now, it's looking a bit hairy, a bit choppy, and nothing too crazy here for Casper. Okay, nothing too crazy for Casper, but one thing that I would be concerned about right now is potentially a descending triangle, guys. Okay, and if we're just going to draw that in, that's going to be a trend line there, and then clearly we've got a lovely horizontal coming through from here. And the fact that we are below this macro trend line that we were just talking about there, it's essentially a bearish sign, okay, for resistance, and we need to basically be cautious of that. Now, descending triangle, if we're breaking this down on the 4 hour, if this is going to load for me, you can see that this is going to be the potential trade that we can be looking out for, okay? So the measure move to the downside here, guys, if we are going to see continuation down, so we're looking for a potential break point here at around this sort of area. This will be the measure move down, and it's going to be looking pretty goddamn juicy for a nice little retracement here for Casper, and it will be continuation of this trend to the downside. Let's have a little look. Very likely what you should do is essentially take your stop loss, move your stop loss to your entry point, and then you're in a risk-free position. You've already taken profit once. You've taken 25% of your equity out, right? So 75% of your equity is left in. You've taken profit on 25% of your equity, and now your stop loss is at your entry point. You're in a risk-free trade. You can sit there, hands up, don't care what happens next because you've already made money. Profit's profit. You've already made the money there. You're now in a risk-free trade, and you can basically sit there, no sweat, no emotions, and just chill, basically. So that's sort of the goal here, is to get into as many risk-free positions as possible. And hey, some of them will run. 18% here, potentially on the cards, but the likelihood of this running is a 1 in 3 chance to see a measure move get completed here. So we need to be vigilant for that, guys, okay? You are not visible, says Harsh. Oh no, hopefully we're not having internet issues. That'd suck. That would suck. Okay, 30 minutes gone. Okay, let's keep this going here. But yeah, that would be the position here for Casper that I would be looking for here. Just picking one off the bat here, but overall it does look fairly bearish here, with obviously the descending triangle potential breakout scenario. In terms of losing all valid MAs here on the 4 hour, it's not great. Okay, we've lost all valid MAs here, and it's likely that we do see some downwards momentum coming through here. Are we breaking lows there? Let's have a little look. Are we breaking lows? No, testing lows, not breaking lows, finding support there, which again, completely natural after seeing a level get tested like this and the momentum to the upside from this level being of what, 12%, you can expect usually half of that, around 6% from that level, okay? So that's definitely something to really be looking out for there in your trading progression, guys, in the future. Just momentum trading is very, very important. Now, let's look at the Quantum Insight quickly, and then I'm just going to go into some other altcoins. I'm actually going to look at Gala today as well. And again, guys, if you've got any altcoin if you've got any altcoin requests, make sure you put them in the chat, and I will hopefully see them. If you're watching on YouTube, I don't have access to the chat. I forgot to sign in on Streamlabs, so bit of a bust there. Apologies, can't see what you're saying. But that will be improved on Wednesday. Again, this is a bit of a test stream, testing multiple platforms. So yeah, hopefully we can get it all going tomorrow, not tomorrow, Wednesday, effectively. But yeah, so if you've got altcoin requests, I don't know what chat this is on Streamlabs, but yeah, hopefully it can come through. But yes, let's break down Casper here on the Quantum Insight, and then we're going to do Gala. So in terms of momentum, guys, momentum right now for Casper is actually really quite low, okay? And this is why we have seen a spike in the price here for Casper overall from this level of support. So you could have used this level of support in terms of a momentum move here, and this coming down quite aggressively, using the Quantum Insight as well, momentum coming down aggressively, stochastic coming down as well. We've got an AI bullish signal there as well. We've got money flow has just flipped bearish, interesting stuff, but it was bullish for a considerable amount of time here, and that essentially means when you do see that happen, it's very likely that you have, when it's very, very steep into the next sort of trend here, you're likely to see a bit of a bounce here. You can see it's quite sideways motion here overall, and then you see it cross that central point and it dips down very aggressively. Usually when that happens and you've got momentum and stochastic here, it's likely that you do see a bit of a move to the upside, okay? Now, in terms of the live price for Casper and what we are looking at right now, stochastic creeping up, guys, okay? It's creeping up to the top side here on the 4 hour, and momentum here, if we're looking at momentum trend lines here, you could be looking at something along the lines of this. So what this is essentially telling us here is we could see, if it's going to load for me, yeah, we could see actually Casper come up for the short term to probably around 16.55, that sort of area, potentially even testing this area here of resistance there. When that does happen, we need to be looking at the momentum here for a vigilant reversal, okay? And what I mean by that, guys, is essentially you can see the momentum reverses from these areas. And that will essentially mean stochastic is coming up as well. Stochastic will be at the high. We're going to have money flow trying to switch back bullish here. And then we've obviously got that trend line as well. So it's likely to see a bit of a correction coming down for the price if we are using all of these confluences just delete that arrow, in line on the chart overall. It is looking fairly bearish. Now, with that being said, with that being said, it's likely that we do see a pullback from that area. But if we're looking at the momentum point, if this does actually break, if we do see any sort of break here, that could potentially line up with a potential break here from the top side. Now, if we swing back to the macro here for Casper, this is very important stuff because we have seen us break this, what's that trend line? Yeah, there she is. When we break this to the upside, potentially, we could see a nice move. Okay, we could see a nice move. At least clean up to around 17.8 there, 17 cents and 8 there. So yeah, definitely a few points to be looking out for there. But Casper overall, I would expect sort of a micro move to the downside. And potentially, if we do see continuation there, it's going to be pretty good as well for a descending triangle short position. Now, moving on to Gala. Moving on to Gala. Yeah, the internet is really not great. Not great. Gonna have to again, guys, this is a test stream, so it can only be as good as the test is. So we're gonna have to get some boosters in here. And usually streaming on YouTube, like I've been streaming on YouTube for like nearly 2 years. Well, no, maybe 3 years now. Yeah, a long time. And internet's never really been a problem for me. And I live in Bangkok, right? So you'd think you would have problems, but yeah, never really been a problem for me. So it's the fact that I'm streaming multi-platform now is the reason why that we are having some minor issues here. So apologies wherever you're watching right now that we are having some potential issues overall. But yeah, they will be resolved by Wednesday ideally. That's the plan. Okay, let's jump to the macro and break this down from a macro perspective. God, this looks rough. Oh, Gala. Oh, Gala. Terrible. Let's try and be positive here. Do hold a significant bag in Gala. Hey ho, is what it is. Bullish project overall, though. May I stay? I'm actually going to leave that there, and we're going to jump straight into this update here. I'm here today to give you an update on Gala. We're going to be breaking this down from a technical analysis perspective around 1 cent 2, and from here we have seen higher low market structures be confirmed, 2 cents, 3 cents 3, and we were looking at potential unconfirmed market structure higher lows at around 5 cents. Didn't quite get that because we didn't break the high again, and to confirm a higher low, guys, you essentially need to break the higher high, and unfortunately we didn't get that, and we have seen bearish momentum come through. But because we are currently testing our actual confirmed higher low, and yes, technically breaking it right now, it's not great where we are. Okay, in this position for Gala, it's really not great, because if we lose this higher low, then it's very likely that we do see a significant drop in the price for Gala. Okay, and this does make me want to bring up a bit of Fibonacci to look at the 0.5 Fibonacci level here, because that's obviously a very strong confirmation point as to the reversal of the trend. And what do you know, we lost that a long time ago here. So overall, looking pretty choppy for Gala here. Okay, pretty choppy for Gala. I would be slightly concerned here overall, because we are seeing quite a lot of downwards momentum overall. I would say that this is the range that we have obviously broke to the downside here. Nothing too crazy, but the measure move for this is going to be something along the lines of this, guys, okay? And that would put an estimated price for Gala at around 2 cents and 849 here, and that would indicate another dump in the price of around 10%, guys. So yeah, just be prepared for something along the lines of this. I do want to actually bring up the volume-weighted ATR bands as well. Yeah, volume-weighted ATR bands as well. I do want to bring them up on the daily here, because just not working now. There we go. Yeah, I really got to sort this internet out here, because yeah, on the daily, it's on the macro when you're looking at these 5 minutes and stuff like that, it's really not very effective. Just like clouds the chart. So where's the 12-hour? There she is. Yeah, internet is not performing favorably, is what it is. We will move, and we will work with it. Let's do the 4-hour. Oh, no, we've got the 4-hour. We'll do the 1 hour. Okay, we'll leave it like that for now, and let's have a look and what we're sort of working with here, because again, we do have that 10% move to the downside. Where are the volume weighted ATR bands? What do you know? Interesting. We do have the 12-hour volume weighted ATR band in a digressionary stance here for Gala, which would put a massive level of support down here at around 279. So if we do see this this base jump, if you will, it's a cliff dive right here for, I'm just going to get rid of some indicators as well. It is a cliff dive here for the price for Gala overall that usually when you do see something like this, you usually see quite an aggressive bounce here. So the bounce point that I would be inclined to be buying at, essentially longing this asset, would be the buying zone at around this point here, around 2 cents and 8 there. So definitely a buying area to really be looking out for there for Gala. Now you're probably thinking, how high can Gala go in the next sort of 6 to 12 months here with the current bull market, with its current fundamentals and with its current community and all these great things here? Let's jump to the weekly chart and let's have a little look at previous all-time highs for Gala, and let's just see how high this actually got in the previous bull market, right? So actually all the way up to around 84 cents there. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. Maybe there is some they've put a lot more of their circulating supply out on the market. So definitely we should probably check the market caps and circulating supply over on CMC. Not going to be doing that today. Don't want to keep you guys too long here for this Gala update. But overall, the key points to really be looking out for here is the fact that Gala is dumping. It is still above and currently respecting this this trend line from the higher high here, which isn't the end of the world. It is still a bullish sign, but overall it's been quite an aggressive move to the downside. So in terms of a buying area for this asset, for another DCA scenario here, it would be around 2.8, guys. Okay, so that's going to be your Gala update, and if you liked it, drop a like on it and let me know in the comment section of what you thought about Gala overall. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Yeah, just recording some little updates and stuff while on stream. Right, we're done with altcoin assessment now, guys. Done with altcoin assessment. Let me jump to the chat quickly. We've got Mr. Miles coming through saying you vanished again. Welcome back. Yeah, yes. Not gonna go into it, but it was a bit of an emotional time with a friend of mine. So yeah. Stop streaming for a little bit, but yeah, we're back Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All good stuff. Nice new streaming show, streaming graphics, multi-platform now. All good stuff. And I see here Optimist coming through saying good morning. Everything looks okay here. Good to see. Did you do CAS? Yes, sir. I did CAS. You're welcome to rewind the stream. I actually stayed on CAS for a long time. Now let's go to Shitcoin Showdown. So, Shitcoin Showdown is essentially, we go on to Dex. This is a new thing of the stream, guys. We go on to Dex Screener, and this is a type of trading that I've been sort of exploring here for a while. And yeah, I've been exploring for a while, and you can make a lot of money here trading these low cap coins. I'm talking 5, 10x on your investment and stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing like a 1 sol to 50 sol challenge. Over a few months or something like that with you guys, if you guys like this this sort of part of the show, right? Because I know it's different to what I usually do, and I see some of you in the Telegram group that have been exploring this sort of trading, and yeah, it's very risky, guys. It's super high risk. A lot of these projects rug, and what that means is if you're new to trading, they basically either pull liquidity or they just sell all their supply, like the devs will sell all their supply and just crash the whole token, and you basically lose everything. Okay, a lot of these tokens go to zero or minus 99.99% or whatever, but yeah, just a little disclaimer there. This is a very, very high risk way of trading, but it's sort of a risk reward scenario can be there. You're probably going to lose 10, but you'll win 1 and make probably a 10 to 50x if you do it right, okay? So on Shitcoin Showdown, we're going to be going through the top 10, well, not the top 10, but we're going to be looking at the meta and looking at some charts here for Dex Screener that potentially look good. Okay, so right now I'm on a coin called Billy. This is trending #1 here on Dex Screener. This is at a market cap of 1.5 million. And if you are an OG of the stream, you're like 1.5 million. we usually deal in billions here. But yeah, 1.5 million, super low cap here. And this is definitely one to watch right now. So there's a few things that you need to be looking out for here. I'm going to list out quite a few things here, guys. And we will be doing this every single show here if you guys enjoy it. And if you tick all these boxes, if the project ticks all these boxes, it's very likely that it's going to do very well, okay? And sometimes you can catch them at, say, 5 to 10 mil market cap, and some of them will run to 100 mil. Some of them will run to 500 mil, okay? Look at Pepe, look at Brett, look at these other coins that have really done really well here. So that the risk-reward scenario is very good, okay? So the first thing we need to be looking out for there is the project. Is it a strong project in general? So this right now is called Billy. I jumped on the website earlier. It's actually a competitor to WIF. They're trying to do a sort of a comparison to WIF here. I can jump to the website quickly. I just don't know how it's going to show up here on vertical. But yeah, it's an asset called Billy. Billy is the OG dog, and they're trying to do a cuter comparison with WIF and Billy, and making loads of memes out of it and stuff like that, right? So yeah, you can see the sort of the meta that they're going for there, and it doesn't look bad. They have put a lot of effort into their project, and it doesn't look too terrible. So that's one bullish sign overall that we can be looking out for there. Another bullish sign is a bullish chart, guys, okay? This obviously only launched 4 hours ago, okay? So this was launched 4 hours ago, and you can see obviously a lot of buying pressure. We saw a floor get created at around 3178. So I guess that was around, these usually have around $1 billion supply. So this would be a floor of around $327,000 market cap, right? So super low. And you can see currently we're breaking highs. So if an asset is breaking highs, super good, super bullish. The project looks good. They've updated Dex Screener overall. Super low market cap. High liquidity, that's another one, guys, we need to be looking out for there. High liquidity, so usually this is around 10% liquidity in comparison to the market cap. That's sort of a good sort of ballpark to go on here. And this little arrow, or this area here, don't know if that's going to show up on the short form. No, it's not. But this is very important because it's total locked liquidity. This needs to be green. Otherwise, what they can do, if they're a scammer, right, if it's a scam project, what they can do is they can pull the liquidity out of the project and essentially, I mean, you can see this thing's going right now. I will go into the FOMO side of this as well, guys. But yeah, essentially what they can do with the liquidity, they can pull it out from under the project and basically rug the project. Then the project goes to zero like that instantly. And yeah, it's basically a complete scam. So don't invest in anything that doesn't have locked liquidity. Okay, and you can go on to like liquidity providers here on Dex Screener, and I will put all the links to these platforms and stuff in the description of the video. I haven't today, but I will in the future. And you can actually see that it is burned. This liquidity is burned. It's locked. It's good. So it's looking pretty good. I mean, since we've been talking, this asset has gone up. Where's my price range? We looked at around 1.5 mil we were talking about. You can see it's done 31%. Okay, it's done 31%. So let me just run through a checklist of things to be looking out for there if you're looking for new projects, okay? And number one, if you see an asset going like this, do not FOMO in. For example, right, if you'd have just bought that top, you'd be down a significant amount, because this is what happens. People that have got in at this low floor, they're up 400%. Okay, they're at 400% at this point, 500%. So they're going to sell, guys. They're at like a 5-6x there. So it's very, very volatile, if you will. Yeah, super volatile. So just look out for that. But yeah, since we've been talking, 1.5 mil here, and you can see this asset has done near enough 58% since then. Let me run through the list for you guys to be looking out for there. So number one is a bullish chart / strong floor. We saw a test to the floor here of around 300K there. I'd say the floor is more here, and this is basically super simple, guys. Levels of support. Okay, levels of support in a significant area, multiple touches shows it's a strong floor. And usually these are not utility tokens. So essentially it's community based, it's community run. So what this tells us here, guys, is essentially that this point is the strong community. This is the strong community that are not selling. Okay, even if the price is dipping, they're essentially buying up these dips continuously and helping this project go to the upside. Okay, so a strong floor is is number one. Now you need active devs. You need to go to the Telegram, and you need to jump in the Telegram and talk to people and get involved with the community and just ask some questions. If it's a good project and people are there supporting, then the devs are going to be there, and it's not going to be a scam. Massive thing to be looking out for there. A content strategy. So over on X, usually they'll have memes. They'll have some sort of content strategy that they will be posting that is scheduled. Just look out for that. Look out for the quality. The more quality that gets put into these projects, the higher the market cap has the potential to go, right? Again, a visible marketing budget. You should look into their group, and obviously they're pretty much all run on Telegram, guys. So you can go to Telegram and essentially look out for if anyone's called them. So influencers talking about a project, and essentially what they do, they get paid to promote the project, essentially. So that is essentially what happens with these super low caps. High-end influencers with hundreds of thousands of followers will get paid, say, $10,000 to basically promote the project, and it will bring in a whole influx of community. And yeah, super bullish when that happens, and it's definitely one thing to be looking out for there. Another thing to be looking out for there, guys, is team sell-offs. Okay, so if you're looking at, I mean, it's a little bit blockchain forensic-y, but you've got to go into the blockchain side of things and look at when the token was created. Okay, and you can do that through basically going to essentially the pair here, bringing that up on SolScan, and you can basically go into when the token was created and see where they transferred it, see their wallet distribution, and see whether those wallets are continuously selling. And usually you can see it on the chart when you do see massive sell orders in this transaction area as well. The next thing I would be looking out for there, guys, is the holders, and that is, again, the wallet distribution here. So you can see this is the percent of how much the token is held in these wallets. So you can see the top 10 wallets, you can see they're pretty much near enough under 1%, or just over 1%, sorry. So after that, they all drop down below. So it is a bullish sign to see something like this. Super good. And yeah, looking pretty good there overall. And the next point is trending. It's got to be trending pretty much everywhere, guys. Otherwise, if it's not trending, one, it means they've got no budget because they can't pay for trending. And two, it's not going to get any more traction, okay? And that's usually with these projects, communities, they travel and migrate across different projects super fast. Okay, so for example, if this coin was to dump down here and was sat at this floor and didn't do anything for say 5-6 hours or so, a lot of the community would actually leave and jump over to another project. So number 2 on the list is called King. Okay, King, great example of a rug here. You can see here 1.1k market cap, super low liquidity, and you can see it trended up and then absolutely rugged. Okay, so this is why you need to be looking at certain things here, and be very risk averse, essentially, because you can lose a lot of money in these scenarios. Okay, but yeah, let's and the last thing on the list is the amount of effort spent in the project. Yeah, so the amount of effort spent in the project, we did cover that very briefly, but essentially the amount of effort spent in the project it shows how much effort they've put in. So they're not going to be doing a rug for something super simple. Okay, they might. Okay, they might. There's money in scamming, and that's why people do it. But it's fairly unlikely that they're going to be doing that. Okay, it puts the chances down a bit. But yeah, that is going to be sort of what we're looking out for here, guys. And also, just to explain Shitcoin Showdown a bit to you guys, before we sort of get into sort of looking at the projects here. Do Fairlock's projects have locked liquidity? I'm not sure if you've kept up with Casper. Do you know their KRC20 and KRC20? No, I actually haven't kept up with Casper. I got to go. The stream shows you've only been live for 10 minutes. Interesting. Been live for an hour, so interesting stuff. Yeah, again, it is a bit of a test stream. But yeah, so Shitcoin Showdown, guys, we're going to basically be looking and finding a potential coin here on stream, just looking at a few of those factors that I was going through. And then what we're going to be looking out for, then what I'm going to be doing is when we finish the stream, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be putting that coin as like a call in a group. Okay, the group is going to be New Money Network, sort of meme coin calls. And essentially we're going to try and do one of these 3 times a week. 3 times a week, we're going to put an asset in and we're going to basically try and grow our our wallets trading this asset, hopefully getting a 3 to 5x on our investment. Maybe even more if the project looks good. Okay, so yeah, links will be ready for that probably on Wednesday's stream. So make sure you stay tuned for that, guys. No, not more memes, says here Optimist. So we'll see memes on CAS very soon. Yeah, interesting. Super bullish. We're seeing a lot of memes on Arbitrum at the moment, and they're running to like 700 mil market cap. Crazy stuff. But yeah, Billy overall looking pretty good. 2 mil market cap. Would be looking for a pullback there. TA on this, you can't really do TA on this, guys. You can obviously do very basic trend lines and levels of support. But one thing you need to be looking out for there is usually 1 mil market cap, you have a bit of a sell-off. Usually happens. It's what I've seen in a lot of projects here. Massive move to the upside, hit that 1 mil market cap, massive dip, okay? And then you sort of struggle around that 1 mil market cap for a while until you have that massive influx here. So, yeah, Billy overall, one to watch here. Few more things to be looking out for there in terms of like team selling, the devs active. But yeah, overall doesn't look too bad. Number 2 on the list is wine. Oh, it's just hopped to number 3 actually in trending. Wine, 770k market cap. You can see the floor is currently at around 6,386. I would be waiting here because you've been trending down for a significant amount of time here for 12 hours. No real big bullish buying momentum here for this project. So it does look like it's sort of going to be potentially trickling down. And when you see something like this, it means a massive buy came in and people would basically just selling into it, right? So not the cleanest chart in the world. There's nicer charts out there, I'm sure. Let's look at Solana Squared, I think it's what it's called. And again, a lot of these memes are just some of them are ridiculous, right? But super low cap, so you can make some decent money if you find the right ones. 246k market cap for Solana Squared. And we are currently testing that floor. This can be quite a nice level to trade. Okay, it is obviously high risk, but you can see momentum from this area super strong here. Usually you do get quite a nice little wave up here, and even if that wave is 27% there, it's still a nice little wave. Okay, nice little way to basically be trading here. So yeah, we can fully recover from here, but again, this is currently the floor that is being tested, and again, there's no website for this project, literally no website at all, so not great overall, probably just a bit of a pump and dump scenario. Next coin is called Daddy. I know the meta for meme coins at the moment has been very Andrew Tate themed, and we have seen a lot of daddy coins and stuff like that. For example, this coin is, how many days old is this? This is literally like a couple of weeks old now. Well, near enough a week and a half old. And you can see all-time high around near enough 300 mil market cap. If you'd have saw this really early at like 1-2 mil, you'd be up literally like near enough 100x here on your investment because the market cap is currently around 100 mil there. So yeah, it just shows the potential here when trading. I do like to stay away from coins that are new, like super new. I'm talking a couple of hours here. And also, you've got to be very wary of honeypots as well. Top dog. Okay, interesting. I guess that's a reference to Tate being the top G. This is a funny one. Mbappe, like Mbappe, the football player, right? That's pretty funny. Good stuff. No website. But stuff like this, right? This could do, it should have done really well if there was a nice strong website there. But yeah, super bullish chart right now. I'd like to get in on a dip. But again, we don't really have that many things going on for it. Liquidity is super strong there, so that maybe is something. But yeah, not great. Don't have a Telegram group, no community, and these are usually community runs. So yeah, nothing great there. But yeah, the one that I would be looking out for today, just what we did see off the bat, is probably going to be Billy here, just to end Shitcoin Showdown for the day here. Currently sat at around $1.9 million market cap. Super strong. Chart looks good. Website they've put a bit of effort into as well. The community is probably good as well. Haven't really had a look into that, but this would be probably the one that I would be calling here today here in the Telegram chat and obviously over on the Discord, guys. If you want to go join the Discord, you can. Link is in the description, and yeah, super cool. If you want to go do that, you'll get all the information about the streams and all that good stuff in there. But yeah, let's move on to what was next. It was trading tip of the day. Okay, so trading tip of the day. Key is that. It's number 5, right? Got to get that right. Yeah, trading tip of the day. Okay, so trading tip of the day here, guys, is going to be, it says the stream is reconnecting. Great. Yeah, this internet is not holding out. But yeah, trading tip of the day today, guys, is going to be to educate yourselves continuously, okay? And what I mean by that is I've been a trader for 6-7 years now, a very long time, and I do trade for financial freedom and all that good stuff, and I don't have a 9-to-5 job anymore. But the reason why I got to that point is because I educated myself every single day, and I still do to this day. There's still new indicators, there's still new strategies that you can be learning. And if you are in your 9-to-5 job and you're looking for that sort of breakout financial freedom where you can change your life and not have to do the 9-to-5 struggle in the 9-to-5 job, but then I was studying trading 5 hours a day after I finished my job, and then I'd go to sleep, and I'd repeat that. I repeated that for around 3 to 6 months before I actually made the breakthrough moment of quitting my 9-to-5 job. So today, trading tip of the day would be to be continuously educate yourself, and if you are looking for that breakout scenario, optimize your time, okay? And again, if you are new to if you're not new to trading and you've been trading a long time, if you want to learn more, you can just go to the indicators section on your chart here on TradingView. Type in any indicator, RSI, MACD. You can type in anything, and there'll be many, many different versions of that indicator with volume-weighted aspects to it as well. You can continuously basically build marketing strategies. You continuously build trading strategies and other indicators and stuff from that data. So continuously educate yourself would be today's trading tip of the day. Now, it is going to be a bit of, what was next? It was, these keys going to work? TA Q&A. If you guys have any Q&A on TA at all, then please put it in the chat, and I will again, I haven't got access to all the chats right now. I messed that up, guys. If you are talking on other platforms, I do apologize. I can't see that right now. I can only see, I think, YouTube. I can only see YouTube right now. So yeah, I do apologize for that. I will make it better, and again, this is like a test stream, and it will be better for Wednesday and Friday coming this week. But yeah, let's probably not going to get any questions from you guys today because obviously I haven't optimized the chats. So yeah, we can probably leave it there today. And that is going to be it from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I will be back Wednesday. And if you guys want to go join the Patreon, you can go do that. We have favorable memberships for everyone. We do have a free ebook in there which shows basically my top 30 crypto picks here, and obviously you get access to all the different indicators and stuff that I'm using. You get daily trading alerts as well, and you will get access to the New Money Network Discord, which is full of amazing stuff as well. And we are going to be doing a giveaway every Friday on the Discord. Every single Friday, we're going to be doing a giveaway, and we're going to be giving away just random bits of cryptocurrency for you guys, just to build portfolios and just help you guys out a bit. So yeah, if you want to go join that, you can go do that. Links are all in the description for you guys to go level up your trading. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Be cautious on Bitcoin today, guys. Could go either way. I'm looking for a lovely short at around 67.1 if we can get there. Thank you ever so much.